Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Is It Worth It? Coming to you live, sort of live, from the home office. The coronavirus has affected me as well as it has affected everyone around the world, but I wanted to make sure that we continue with this series because I think that it is going to be helpful and worth it for artists, both young and old, experienced and unexperienced. So I'm going to keep going. I know I owe you another video, but as I said, the coronavirus has affected us all, but you will get that video, I promise. So don't worry about that. We will continue with March Marker Madness, and we will make sure that we get all the 4 videos that you are owed by the end of this month. So with that said, I want to jump right into this marker set. I'm very excited about this. I've done 2 videos about this brand previously in another series, which I will make sure to link in the card and drop into the description so you can check those out as well. But today we are jumping into Cra-Z Art Markers. Okay, these markers are absolutely fun to play around with. You can catch them at Walmart and at Target and everywhere. They are super cheap. A 20 pack on Amazon right now is $14 and it's for 20 markers. When the back to school sales happen, these drop down to like $7, and the 10 packs are like $1 or $2. These are really fun, but are they worth it? That's the question. And I found these ones were super interesting to me because they're new and they are called Hot and Bright. So these are going to be some super colors. I'm really interested in trying these out. I have no idea if these are going to be any good. But as I said before, like, we're going to test out every single product that is out there so that we can find out whether or not it's worth picking up the generic brand, the new brand, the name brand, whatever. But these we're going to try out and see if they are worth it for professionals. And yeah, so let's jump right into these super awesome, fantastic, hot and bright markers. And yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right into these markers. Once again, we're going to go with the Cra-Z Art Marker render paper. Okay. And might as well use both sides since we can. Oh man, look at these colors. These crazy colors. Crazy colors. Alright, I'm going to start with a less muted, a more muted color, it seems like. Alright. Ooh. I don't know if that's the actual marker or if that was the paper. I don't think it's the paper. Alright, it dries pretty quick, so that's good. Alright, so as you put it on, little flakes are coming off. And I don't know if that's the paper or if it's the marker. It might be the paper. That's weird. Maybe you're really not supposed to go over it more than once. Let's get to some of these hot colors. Oh, it's a nice pink. Like I said, they dry pretty fast. Ooh, that's a neon color. Right now, I'm reaching for anything that looks like it could be too much color, right? It's really neon. So when you, I don't know if you got, can you guys see that? So, right, when you go over it a couple times, times, the marker actually, I don't know if it tears up the paper or not, but we're gonna let this one dry first. We're gonna go over it and then we're gonna let it dry. Yeah, see? As soon as if you go over this more than once, right? See that? Oh, it starts tearing up the paper. No, that's the paper. Oh, wow. And this is good paper. This is good, high quality marker paper to where you can actually draw on both sides, but it is literally tearing. If you go over it more than a couple times, like if you're really trying to saturate it, it just completely destroys the paper. You guys see that? See all those flakes? Let's see what other colors we got here. It kind of goes down pretty solid the first time out, so I guess you can avoid some of that. Let's see this color. So I mean, the colors are pretty vibrant, right? Right, so they are pretty vibrant. Let's see, you can get a pretty nice thin line. That's good. It stays very consistent. So the ink comes out really nice, so that's good. Let's see about the broad stroke. Alright, so you can get a pretty broad color going on in there. So that's pretty cool. I don't think these are blendable, so let's see though. So we'll put down a lot. Alright. We'll go here to a darker green. No, these are definitely not blendable. I mean, you can do the colors right next to each other, right? So that's cool, but look at that. It just tears up the paper. It just absolutely tears up the paper. So that's not a pleasant one. But, you know, the size of itself, these are fairly decent in your hand. They're really nice, right? It's got a nice snap to it. So you know when they're closed, so that's always good, especially since this is for a younger audience, right? So this is for people who are young. So having that snap really actually works well, so that way you don't have to worry about them drying out. Once you hear the snap, you know it's locked. I want to see if this is with every color. Yep, just completely tears up the paper. I mean, that one blends a little bit better. So that's, I mean, I just don't think these colors are meant to blend. All right, they're just like, hey, here's my color. And that's the end of it, right? Let's see. Ooh. And not all the colors are the right color. I mean, look at it. It comes out super dark. And this is supposed to be the lighter one. If anything, the one thing you can say is that it does come out pretty nice. So you can, I think that if you keep moving, right, and you're not trying to make it set, and I don't think you can actually get too clean. Like, it's always going to be streaky. Like, there's just no way around that. And so with that said, you know, that's where these markers are. So see if we can get a drawing or something out of it. Let's see. Alright, so we just got done with the Cra-Z Art Hot and Bright markers. They are very vibrant markers and they do really well with a one pass. So if you just make a line and that's all you need, then it's going to be fantastic. So if you're doing some type of like calligraphy or highlighting or something like that, it is going to be an absolutely fantastic marker. But if you are trying to do something more professional with it, at least in my opinion, this is not the marker for you. It does not layer well, it does not blend well, and not to mention it tears up the paper if you go over it more than once. And so that's a real problem, especially if you're trying to do anything that has subtle gradations or anything like that. This isn't the marker for you. Like, it is not going to work. Now, I know that the Cra-Z Art Marker original set, it had a different concoction of ink and, you know, water base and all that stuff. Whatever their mixture was before actually let out more ink, and you could actually blend it really well with your fingers, so you were able to make some really nice stuff with that. I actually have a review of that I'll put in the card, so you can check that one out if you want. But as far as is it worth it for a professional, it is not. It is absolutely not. Even though it's 10 bucks, right? And you go to Walmart, you get it for $10, and it should be fantastic. But as far as trying to make some type of blended or even just layered, like I put a light blue, I put a dark blue on top of it, just trying to do that, it's gonna pull up the paper. It's gonna eat away at your paper, and that's never good, because if you go over it one too many times, you're gonna have a hole in it. And it would really be bad if you were doing, you know, hours of work and then all of a sudden you're putting in your colors and then you just pull up the paper. So it's just not going to work. And it does pull up the ink. So with the yellows, it was pulling up the ink. So it's just, in my opinion, it is not worth it. Now, with that said, if you're looking for something really cheap, really fast, and you're trying to give it maybe to your kids, or you're trying to use it as a highlighter, or just something quick to write on like a big board, these are great. They're 10 bucks, you know, like I said, 10 bucks at Walmart. And that's fantastic. But if you're trying to do something where your skill level requires you to layer or to blend, these are not it. So as far as the question goes, is it worth it for a professional? The answer is no. Well, that concludes the Cra-Z Art Marker Hot and Bright Is It Worth It episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it informative. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions as far as what I should be reviewing next, please let me know. Drop me a comment and I'll make sure to get it on the list. Thank you so very much, and I hope to see you at the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to check out some of my other videos, click on the link on your right. Or, if you're interested in a more behind-the-scenes and personal look at what I do on a day-to-day basis, please click on the link that leads you to the vlog. Thank you very much, and we'll see you at the next video.